Hi friends, and welcome into my office. You will see so many things from behind the scenes, how I do things. Today we will make photos of amazing new bow that just came in from Schemeister Bows. Then I would like to show you something new about my running archery fast nocks, something you will love and you will be so much surprised how it works. And I would like to tell you something about nocking point and how important it is and how much accurate you can be with this small piece, with this small thing. Right now I'm using microphone stand for bow, so it stands and hangs like this right there. You will see in a second. Then I use one big light, second big light, and third small backlit light. So you will see how great it will look. You know, the scene is boring like this, but the final photos will be breathtaking, as you know me. And this is how it looks like from mobile phone. Boring, right? Maybe some of you have an idea about cameras. I use Lumix S5. It's, I would say, fully professional, full frame camera. You see? It's getting better. I just improved a little bit lighting in here. You know, I think it looks good, right? So, photos are done. I have this beautiful bow from all the possible angles you can imagine. And right now, I will make, of course, this style image video. Now I changed the clothes, changed the scene, so I can act in the video. Because I always love to show how the bow looks in the hand of an archer. How big it is, how small it is, what is the draw length, how it looks. It feels so good in my hands. I'm so much looking forward to make a review about it. I hope that you will see it soon, or you maybe saw it already, because I was so into this bow that I needed to make it as quick as possible. Well, and the great news is that the company of my friends that helped me to make these nocks as best as possible found the way how to make it much easier for us. Because previously I needed to use this and, you know, prepare the nock for being able to get into the arrow, to the shaft. But right now, my friend's company developed the way how to print the nocks, so even without touching, it's just from the box, random one, like this, I can place it right in, and it's done, it works. It looks good, you know, put it in, put it out, easily, well, no work at all, just put it on a string, pim, and shoot. Right now I have to test it out if they will last long, because they made some changes about materials, so I need to try and do some crash tests if they last longer than the previous version, so I can have a clear mind to send you these and it will work for 100% for you as best as possible. As you can see, I can break it, but I used a huge force. This is just what would you normally do. All the movements, all the touchings, you know. And right now I need to pull it. I need to use force. Well, this is not the way you use your nocks, okay? So I believe that this will be super fine and super good, because I need to use so much strength and so much force to break it. You know, the development of such a small thing is such hard. It's unimaginably hard. How many tests, how many things we need to improve, to think about. I can't imagine how hard it should be like to make a whole arrow or a whole bow. So yeah, that was the nocks, and right now our last topic, which is nocking point, and why is it so important, and why nocking point will make you much better archer. Because you may know it or may not. Let's talk about it. I would like to use a new string for my beloved Assyrian bow from Archery.sk. I need to put their new nocking point. And the important thing is, every millimeter on a string will make centimeters at your target. You know, I tried it many times myself because I was not using Nocking Point previously, and I had so much problems with aiming. Those who are there from the very beginning of this channel, you know that. But since then, I use Nocking Point. It's much better and my results are much more consistent. So let me show you how to set the Nocking Point, how it can work for you, how to measure it properly and have the best possible results. So let me grab my bow, let me grab my nocking ring. I call them nocking rings, I like the word ring, and I'll show you how to set it up. The first thing, of course, is to string the bow and string the bow properly, to place it on the right spot, which is that the central part of the string, which is right here, should be at the upper part. You see it's not in the middle. There's shorter white part than right there because I hold the bow like this and the arrow is like this and I'll shoot. So right now I need an arrow, I need pliers, and I need the nocking ring. So let me grab the things where I have them. Well, that's the ring. I hope you can see that, how small it is. I will apply this on a string and then I know exactly where is my nocking point always and all the time. Because once again, if you put the arrow on the string and you will shoot it like this, it's pretty much okay. But next time you can place it like this and it will be completely out, or like this and it will be completely out too. So if you would like to do fast shooting as I do, you want to be sure that you don't need to look at the string. You don't need to feel where your arrow is because you have that there is nocking point and you place your arrow right there and it doesn't move and you can shoot always the same and you can aim always the same and you can hit always the same. That's why we do it. So right now let's move on the floor and I'll show you how to measure your nocking point properly according how bowgunners do it. Bowgunners are masters of the world, many times masters of the world at target shooting and flight shooting, so they know what they say, they know. I have no doubts about what they teach me about nocking points, so I do it the same and I'm pretty happy with the results. So let's move on the floor. You wouldn't believe that, but I forgot to start the camera, so I already applied the nocking point with all the manual, with all the information you need to do it right. So I need to do it again, but I already have my nocking point set. So yeah, I'm sorry, but we will go through that once again. First and very important thing is to know how you hold the bow. You know, what is your grip? So I hold it like this, so I know that when I place the arrow right there, which you will see in a second, it will be in 90 degrees to my hand, like this. So that's it. Place the arrow like this and use a sheet of paper. In my case, I will use envelope, and be sure that you have 90 degrees right here, right there, okay? I have, so everything is correct. And now very important thing, you will measure the nock and you will add one nock up. So when I have it like this, a one nock up is something like this, and then I there will apply the nocking ring, and that's the thing I need to do. And that's how you need to measure it so it's correct. It's a little higher because when the arrow goes through around your hand, the fletching will not hit your hand and will fly a little above. So that's why you place it one nock higher than is 90 degrees between the string and the arrow. Okay? I believe it's so easy to understand. And right now it looks like this. Boom, and right there, always at the same spot. So I don't even need to look, and I'm ready to shoot. In high quality, at the same, from the very same spot, from my very same nocking point, and I know that the height of the shot will be always the same. There will be no change. It will be always the same. Because as you can see, what I do is that I put the nock on the string somewhere like this, which is out, but I move it up and it stacks, you know, at the very same place as always, because the knocking ring. So I do this, then I do this move up, and I can shoot. You know, when I do it quickly, it's like this, okay? So I'm 100% sure that I'm always shooting from the very same knocking point. That's why I think it's so important, and if you shoot fast, you want to focus as much as possible on how you shoot, on all the things around, because there are millions of micro movements you need to do correctly, rather than focus on, where's the arrow on the string, should be a little higher, a little lower or something. No, just make everything you can as easy as possible so you can perform as best as possible with maximum focus, and don't need to think about things you don't need to think about, because you can set them up like the knocking point, for example. So yeah, new string, new knocking point, everything works. I'm so much looking forward to shoot today. We had 3 topics today. We made photos of beautiful horsebow from István Schmeister. We also talked about nocks and some improvements we did with my friend's company. And we were talking about knocking point and how important it is and how to set it up. Also, let me know down in the comments how you liked this format, how you liked this video blog that we spent some time together. We talk about archery in many different ways. You saw some pictures, you got some information, some updates, how you like this. Until then, hit the like button, because, you know, algorithm will help other people to discover me. Thank you. Put down the comment as we talked before. Hit the subscribe button. Thanks a lot. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one. Until then, keep on running.